السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده. فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد: وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون. صدق الله العظيم. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: بادروا بالأعمال الصالحة فستكون فتن كقطع الليل المظلم، أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. وصدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Respected elders, brothers, mothers and sisters, as we approach, inshallah, anticipating the month of Ramadan in a couple of months, we briefly started last week discussing how we can prepare ourselves for this month. And what a great blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala it is that once again, inshallah, we will be blessed with this month of Ramadan. I quoted a hadith of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam says, Badiru bil a'mal salihah. Hasten, run, rush, advance towards doing good deeds. Don't wait, don't hesitate, don't delay. Rather, hasten towards it, make it a point, consider it a priority, and get ready to do good deeds. What is the reason why Nabi ﷺ is saying this? What is his point of discussion? He says, فَسَتَكُونُ فِتَنْ. Bear in mind, keep in mind that there will be trials, tribulations, hardships that will come towards you. And it is a fact. Nabi ﷺ is mentioning, this is a given fact, that the more you delay and the longer you take in doing good, the more difficult it will become for you, because you will be put into tests, difficulties, trials, situations that you'd never experienced before. One after the other, the fitan and the test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue falling upon us. كَقِطَعِ اللَّيْلِ الْمُظْلِمِ. The scholars of hadith mentioned what Nabi alayhi salam means by this: one after the other. One after the other, there will be fitna after fitna after fitna. So Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam says a person will wake up in the morning, يُصْبِحُ الرَّجُلُ مُؤْمِنًا, in a state, a person will wake up in the morning, go about doing his or her job, daily routine, in a state of iman, being a Muslim. But when this individual returns home in the evening, Allah forbid, this individual may have left the deen. And similarly, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam says, a person may start the evening off, the night off, in the state of iman. And Allah forbid, this individual would be tested throughout the night, put through some fitan that Nabi alayhi salatu was indicating earlier in the hadith. And due to these fitan, due to these hardships and trials, Allah forbid, this person would leave the iman and wake up as a non-Muslim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Then Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam says, why is this? يَبِيعُ دِينَهُ بِعَرَضٍ مِّنَ الدُّنْيَا. This individual will sell his or her deen for material gain, for a little gain in this world. This individual will give up his or her deen, give priority to other things over the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My point that I want to make today is that our lives are not going to get any easier in the sense that we will have new challenges coming before us. New challenges. The challenges we face are nothing compared to the challenges of the Sahaba radiallahu anhu. So how do we say that it will become more and more difficult, whereas the difficulties were the difficulties the Sahaba faced? They faced difficulties. What are our difficulties in comparison to the difficulties of the Sahaba radiallahu anhu? But it is a fact that these difficulties will be new. There will be new difficulties, new challenges, and our state of iman will not be like the state of iman of the Sahaba radiallahu anhu. Therefore, for us to stay firm upon this deen will be very difficult. So Anas some tabi'een, those who saw the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, a group of them came to Anas radiallahu anhu, and they complained to Anas radiallahu anhu about Hajjaj bin Yusuf, about his oppression, about his dealings with the Muslims. So Anas radiallahu anhu said, my brothers, my friends, be patient. Be patient. There is nothing you can do about this. Be patient. Because there will come a time where the fitna will increase. A person will only have to stay firm upon his or her deen and just focus upon his religion. And he says, then Anas radiallahu anh says, I heard this. As time goes on, the fitan and the trials will increase. And I heard this from Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. This is a statement of Anas radiallahu anh. So the fact of the matter is, the more we delay and the more we hope for a better chance, better opportunity to do good, by the time that opportunity comes, Allah forbid, may Allah protect, but who knows what state we will be in? Who knows if we will be able to do that good or not. The concept of the month of Ramadan. What is the concept of the month of Ramadan? And inshallah we'll speak about this closer to the time as well. But just briefly pointing, indicating towards it. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us this opportunity to increase in our goodness. Summary. Mufti Taqi Sahib, Hafidahullah, the great Mufti of Pakistan, has written a book where he mentions the 12 months and some virtues or some points related to it. So he mentions in this that the philosophy of this month of Ramadan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you and I to do good. A hadith of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, مَا يَزَالُ عَبْدِي يَتَقَرَّبُ إِلَيَّ بِالنَّوَافِلِ. My servant, my slave continues to get closer and closer to me, gains my nearness through the nawafil and through the voluntary actions. Through the voluntary actions. There was a khadim, a servant, a sahabi radiallahu anhu who served Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. He wasn't a slave, but he served Nabi alayhi salam. He was from amongst those who weren't really affluent, who were a little poor in society, and he was from the Ahlul Sufa. So they stayed outside the masjid, they stayed outside the house of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, spent the nights there, ate whatever was given to them, spent time there just practicing deen and learning about deen. Rabi'at ibn al-Ka'b al-Aslami radiyallahu anhu. A great service to Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. He says that I used to spend my nights with Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. I would bring his wudu, yani water for the ablution, for wudu. I would provide that, I would prepare that for him, and I would stay at his service in case he needed anything throughout the night. I would be available to him. So Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, appreciating my service to him, said to me that, "O Rabi'a, ask from me. What do you desire? Ask for something." So Rabi'a radiallahu anh says, in some riwayat it mentioned, he said, let me think about it. Let me think about it. And in other narrations, he responded instantly, and he said that I want your companionship in Jannah. Allahu Akbar. I want to be with you in Jannah. The way I am with you in this world, I have the honor of serving you and being at your service and assisting you in this world. I would like this honor in the hereafter as well. So I want your companionship in Jannah. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam asked him, is there nothing else besides that? And the scholars of hadith, they explain that perhaps Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam asked because this was a young man, a young individual. He didn't have money, he wasn't well off, he wasn't married. So perhaps Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, was trying to inquire to try to see whether this person wants wealth. Maybe that's something he desires. Maybe he wishes to get married. So Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam asked, is there nothing else besides that? And some other scholars of hadith mention that this request of this sahabi radiallahu anhu, Rabi'a, was so great, the request was so great that I want your companionship in Jannah. The Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam indirectly hinted to him that is there anything that you ask for which may be easier for you to attain? Getting my companionship in Jannah? Allahu Akbar. It's not easy to attain, not mine. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. So Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam is asking him, is there anything else besides that you desire? And this sahabi radiallahu anhu, he says, no, this is it. This is all I want. I want your companionship in Jannah. So then Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam prescribed an amal, an action. And he said to him that assist me in you attaining this request. Assist me. And I will supplicate, I will make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses you with my companionship just as He has blessed you in this world. In the hereafter as well. I will make this dua inshallah. But assist me in the acceptance of this dua and in you attaining this maqam, in this position, this rank by spending a portion of the night in salah. By doing kathratu sujood. By doing extensive sujood. A lot of sajda. Meaning perform salah regularly. Now the scholars of hadith mention what Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam mentioned was not the faraid, was not the 5 daily salah. What Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam mentioned was not giving zakah. What Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam mentioned was not go for hajj. What Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam mentioned was not be obedient to your parents. These are things that we are obligated to do. These are things that we have to do, we must do. But what Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam hinted and indicated, and a lesson for you and I, of course, that for you and I to attain greatness, for you and I to get that which others cannot attain, a maqam, a position higher, exceptional, to be exceptional, you and I also have to be exceptional. In order for us to attain this maqam, this position, you and I also have to be exceptional. Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu anhuma was a great sahabi, the son of Umar radiallahu anh. He himself was a great muttabi' of sunnah, yani follower of the sunnah. He would look for every little sunnah and try to follow it, try to imitate it. So his sister Hafsa radiallahu anha was one of our mothers, the wife of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. So Abdullah radiallahu anhu once saw a dream. In his dream he saw that he was taken close to the hellfire, but then saved from it. So the angels were taking him, were guiding him, and he came close to the fire, and as he thought that, he would fall into the fire, he was saved. So he woke up, and he related his dream to his sister, Hafsa radiallahu anha. He said, this is a strange dream that I had. She in turn related this dream to Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. And Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said to Hafsa radiallahu anha that ni'ma rajul Abdullah. Abdullah is a great individual. How great of a man he is. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam took the interpretation of this dream that Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu anhuma will be saved from the hellfire. Because he was taken close, but he was saved and he didn't fall in. So Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam took the interpretation as Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu anhuma, inshallah, with the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will be blessed with Jannah and he'll be saved from the hellfire. So hence Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said he's a great individual. Abdullah is a great man. However, this slight fear that he had, or this moment of him approaching the fire and thereafter being saved, it's a sense of worry for us, for you and I, for any individual. So Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam advised Hafsa radiallahu anha to convey the message to her brother, Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu anhuma. And Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam mentioned, he said, Abdullah is a great man, he's a wonderful person. If only he spent a portion of the night in salah. If only he spent a portion of the night in salah. Again, the scholars of hadith, they discuss and they debate. To be saved from the hellfire, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam did not mention all the fara'id, all the wajibat, all the compulsory actions. Spend a portion of the night in salah. This will save you from any types of fear, anxiety, worry at all. At all, inshallah. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam himself, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands him and he says, وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَتَهَجَّدْ بِهِ نَافِلَةً لَكَ. Spend a portion of the night in salah. Extra for you, O Nabi of Allah, extra for you. عَسَىٰ أَن يَبْعَثَكَ رَبُّكَ مَقَامًا مَحْمُودًا. Every time we hear the adhan, we supplicate and we recite the dua after adhan. And in that dua, we supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we request Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, O Allah, bless Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam with maqam mahmud and with al-wasila. Some positions, some maqam, some special rewards that are promised to Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam in the hereafter. Exclusively for Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. We supplicate and we request Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you have promised this, give this maqam to our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran to Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, for you, O Muhammad, O my beloved servant, nafilatan lak, this is additional, this is extra for you. Perform some rak'at, spend some time in the night supplicating, worshipping, praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What will happen? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself says, عَسَىٰ أَن يَبْعَثَكَ رَبُّكَ مَقَامًا مَحْمُودًا. It is very likely, it is the most possible result. Obviously Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying this, so surely, we will translate, surely, your Lord will grant you the maqam of Mahmud which you have been promised. My brothers and sisters, we are approaching this great month. We are approaching this very, very great month, inshallah, in a couple months. We need to start from now, as I mentioned last week, to start preparing ourselves. Not only for the fara'id, not only for the wajibat, but we need to strive, we need to go take steps further. We need to take that additional step, those additional steps. The times that are coming ahead of us are not going to be any better, any easier. This is a statement of Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. This is not my statement. This is not my statement. Sheikh Sulaiman, Hafidhahullah from South Africa, frequently quotes this couplet. And he says, مَعْرُوفُ زَمَانِنَا مُنْكَرُ زَمَانٍ قَدْ مَضَى. The good of today, things that we consider to be good, things that we consider, if a person were to do, we say, oh, this person, mashallah, is a very pious person, is a very religious person. He says, the poet says, that the good of today was considered the evil of the past. A person comes and performs 5 times salah, and you know about this individual, and you will think to yourself, mashallah, a very practicing Muslim. This same person, if the same thing were to be said in the time of the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, this individual performs 5 times salah. Sahaba radiallahu anhum, the pious of the past, astaghfirullah, only 5 times? Only the 5 times? What about the nawafil? What about Qiyamul Layl? What about Awwabin? What about Ishraq? What about all these additional salah? Ma'rufu zamanina, munkaru zamanin qad mada. The good of today will be considered bad and evil of the past. Wa munkaruna ma'rufu zamanin lam ya'ti. And the evil of today, that which we consider bad today, perhaps Allah save us. And again, I frequently say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us. There will come a time where people will look back and say, at least this individual comes to the masjid for Jumu'ah. Na'udhu billah. At least this individual comes to the masjid for Jumu'ah. Very good for him. Na'udhu billah. The masjid is not only for the Jumu'ah salah. Our salah is not only once a week. Our obligation to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not once a week. Something that we consider bad today, if a person were to do this, perhaps a time will come in the future where people will reflect at such an individual and say, oh wow, mashallah, very nice individual. Now brothers and sisters, the time that is coming ahead will be very challenging, very difficult for us. It is time for you and I to take action today and to step forward today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to make preparation for this blessed month, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala aspire us to go for the virtues and to aim for the virtues and to gain Jannah inshallah and hereafter. Jazakumullah wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. الحمد لله شاملة رأفته العامة رحمة الذي جاز عباده عن ذكرهم بذكره فقال تبارك وتعالى فاذكروني أذكركم ورغبهم في السؤال والدعاء بأمره فقال ادعوني أستجب لكم فأطمع المطيع والعاصي والداني والقاصي في رفع الحاجات والأماني بقوله فإني قريب أجيب دعوة الداعي إذا دعاني. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله وسيد أنبيائه صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه خيارة أصفيائه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد، فإن ذكر الله تعالى ورفع الحاجات إليه تعالى أفضل عبادة تؤدى باللسان بعد تلاوة القرآن. فقد قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يقعد قوم يذكرون الله تعالى إلا حفتهم الملائكة وغشيتهم الرحمة ونزلت عليهم السكينة وذكرهم الله في من عنده. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام مثل الذي يذكر ربه والذي لا يذكر ربه مثل الحي والميت. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام الدعاء مخ العبادة فعليكم عباد الله بالدعاء. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام من لم يسأل الله يغضب عليه. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اذكروا الله ذكرا كثيرا وسبحوه بكرة وأصيلا. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم. استغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله تبارك وتعالى عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد، فيا أيها الناس أوصيكم ونفسي أولا بتقوى الله والمواظبة على ذكر الله. ألا خير الكلام كلام الله وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من صلى علي صلاة صلى الله عليه بها 10. واعلموا أن الله أمركم بأمر عظيم فبدأ بنفسه وثنى بملائكة قدسه وثلث بكم أيها المؤمنون فقال تبارك وتعالى مخبرا وآمرا إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين، خصوصا على الخلفاء الراشدين المهديين أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي وعلى سائر الصحابة والتابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين، اللهم انصر من نصر الإسلام والمسلمين واجعلنا منهم، واخذل من خذل الإسلام والمسلمين ولا تجعلنا منهم ولا معهم. عباد الله رحمكم الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله تعالى يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله تعالى أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. أقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
سووا واعتدلوا سووا صفوفكم. Please make sure the lines are straight, no gaps in between. Please stand shoulder to shoulder. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أقم الصلاة لدلوك الشمس إلى غسق الليل وقرآن الفجر إن قرآن الفجر كان مشهودا ومن الليل فتهجد به نافلة لك عسى أن يبعثك ربك مقاما محمودا وقل رب أدخلني مدخل صدق وأخرجني مخرج صدق واجعل لي من لدنك سلطانا نصيرا وقل جاء الحق وزهق الباطل إن الباطل كان زهوقا وننزل من القرآن ما هو شفاء ورحمة للمؤمنين ولا يزيد الظالمين إلا خسارا وإذا أنعمنا على الإنسان أعرض ونأى بجانبه وإذا مسه الشر كان يئوسا قل كل يعمل على شاكلته فربكم أعلم بمن هو أهدى سبيلا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. وسيق الذين اتقوا ربهم إلى الجنة زمرا حتى إذا جاءوها وفتحت أبوابها وقال لهم خزنتها سلام عليكم طبتم فادخلوها خالدين وقالوا الحمد لله الذي صدقنا وعده وأورثنا الأرض نتبوأ من الجنة حيث نشاء فنعم أجر العاملين. وترى الملائكة حافين من حول العرش يسبحون بحمد ربهم وقضي بينهم بالحق وقيل الحمد لله رب العالمين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. اللهم إنا نسألك رضاك والجنة ونعوذ بك من سخطك وغضبك والنار. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. وصلى الله تبارك وتعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا رب.